Every 6 weeks, we're now going to have a localised meetup. Ibby's doing his in Manchester, mine's local, so there's no excuse, you know, if you live, especially if you live within an hour away or so, there's no excuse not to travel, to use it as a little check-in point. Right, if you know you're coming there in 6 weeks, what are you going to do different in 6 weeks to just progress, even if it's the smallest amount of progression? What's going on, guys? So today is the official London Falcon meetup. Just about to head on the train, meet everyone there. We've got people flying in from all over Europe. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to be showing you behind the scenes. So we're about to head up there now, meet the guys, head to the meetup. Do you feel like you've become a bit of a different person since you've joined it in that year?
I said to my friend who still hasn't joined Falcon, I said to him, you can join Falcon and not trade and you'll still become a better person.
Yeah.
Like, just from Sunday market breakdown questions and stuff, you can gain a lot, and that kind of sparked my self-improvement journey, like joining Falcon. So like before Falcon, I didn't go to the gym. That's what
it's really about. And these are the missing ingredients that most people don't actually focus on in trading, because they're so fixated on a strategy that they're not focusing on the person they need to become. Because if you're not the right person and you don't have the right mental attitude and you've not got goals, you don't know where you're going, it doesn't matter what trading account you give that person. They just become a more knowledgeable trader. Yeah. And you might be someone who knows all this technical analysis, but you still can't perform in the live markets with the right amount of capital, which is why they give funded account backs. Yeah. It's the same sort of loop. So to see everybody, you know, so many people committed like yourself, like come into these things, the accountability, this is what it's about, seriously. So you're going to love it today.
That's
so
what
just
I said to myself, it's like,
get yourself out your comfort zone and just enjoy it, you know?
Like, I'm nervous, but like, if I didn't come today, I would definitely regret it.
Exactly. Yeah, there'll be people at home right now that will be feeling that. So big props to you for actually just coming and doing something outside of your comfort zone. Because you do it once, you do it again. It becomes infectious. But let me introduce you to a few of the guys anyway. What's going on, guys? So we are at the London Falcon meetup. It's been a couple of years since we've had an official Falcon meetup. So we're here with pretty much everyone at this point. So it's pretty much a full house. I think there's a few more people to arrive very shortly and then we're going to head in. But seriously, just by speaking to everyone so far in just a very brief time, there is no coincidence the level of commitment, the level of focus that I'm seeing already, all different parts of the world. So we've got Norway, we've got Bulgaria, we have all kinds of places that I've lost track of already, but it's seriously insane. It's moments like this that make me realize why I started this project in the first place. It's about making sure that you've influenced people in the right way. And today I'm super excited to, of course, get into those conversations, learn more about their stories, where they're at in their trading journey, and assist any way possible that we can. And of course, they're about to make some lifelong connections, and that's what it's all about. In a game that is pretty lonely at times, it's important that you have that good inner circle, and this is exactly what that is. So we're going to be showing you behind the scenes, and I look forward to just showcasing more of our students, and you can learn about their stories and where they're at. I'm heading to Dubai in 2 weeks, so Falcon related stuff that's going to be sick. Yeah, so we're going to have the trading floor out there, which is going to be linked to the virtual trading floor. So that's basically going to be the central hub for people to fly into. So it's a huge achievement. It's taken like, what, 6 years to get to that stage, which is massive. Like, because virtually is only virtual. There's only so much you can do. Like in person, it's a complete different energy, right? So we still need somewhere for people to be able to fly into. Because if you're a seven-figure trader, you want to connect with, not from ego, but you just want to be around other people that are trading either similar or like close to you or further than you. So you need that environment. So of course, if we can have the hub there that everyone can fly into, like think about it, for wherever you are, whether you want to go to Dubai or not, it's just a great feeling knowing that if you're one of those people that's going there, you've earned the right to be there. Even if you've only got 300K trading account, you've earned the right to get there. And the feeling that you will get for just being in there within itself will be insane. So I thought if we're going to make this mission as big as possible, I have to create those type of environments. So yeah, this is not easy, it takes time. There's obviously infrastructure, lawyers, accountants in different jurisdiction. It's not so straightforward, so things like the fund, right, takes time, but I would have rather the fund take as long as it did, knowing that every single one of you, whether it's our fund or a third party fund, well more so our one, you have a lot more safety there, but you can scale up to 7 figures. If you just do it, like people are doing it now, they're working towards it, you know. So it's now happening. It's not going to happen overnight, but it's good to see that.
I think I would still be in this community even if I wasn't particularly interested in trading, for the fact that how difficult I've actually found it to actually find a positive group of people. So yes, I would highly recommend it.
He means what he says. The stuff he says about just life, mindset, relationships, everything, it's like a full package in one. And then the trading, also the trading aspect of the freedom you can achieve. It's just like, it's like I've been searching this for my whole life and I found it, and I'm never going away.
100%. I would recommend Falcon to everyone, especially if you're treating it seriously, because there are a lot of scams out there, just the signal services and stuff. I've been through there, so yeah, if you have a really good why and you really want to take it to the next level, then I really recommend Falcon.
Coming to Falcon, you will have so much clarity of, and actually you have like, right now, like trading a different strategy, I had so many FOMO where I was like, I may make it and I may not make it. Like I had that, you know, self-belief, I didn't have it. But joining Falcon now, like it's kind of like thing which I see I'm gonna achieve like very soon in the future. Like it's not attached to the time limit, but I know that I'm gonna achieve it.
There's a lot of traders out there that do not learn, and I do believe that they need a community to help them in their specific journey. And the way that Mark set up his lessons is that he teaches step by step on how to get consistent.
Yes, I would. If you are serious about taking your trading to the next level, and if you are serious about improving your character alongside with it, and if you're not as much interested in the flashy lifestyle, but if you are truly serious about growing as a person and doing good for the world, I would definitely recommend joining Falcon, because it's, like I said before, it's not so much a trading course alone or a community, but it's truly the full package, and you can not only improve as a person, or not only improve as a trader, but also as a person, so that's really great.
Yes, I'd hugely recommend Falcon to others, mainly because of the values, the core values that Falcon has. You know, we're all here to make money, but it wasn't so much the money that drew me to it. It was the core values of becoming a more confident person, being able to give back, being able to level up in a community that has your back. So if you fall at any stage, which is inevitable in everything, when you're trying to reach higher hurdles, there's people to talk to, high vibrational thinking individuals and things like that. So I'd recommend it because it's not just a trading strategy, it's so much more. It's literally a way of life.
But seriously, it's so good to see. So, you know, we have the recession workshop coming up. I'm sure many of you are excited for that as well. And AFT has recently launched. You've probably seen a lot of people pass on their funds recently. Like, everything just feels connected. And I've had so many conversations with all of you that have made the effort to fly in. Unfortunately, for some of you that couldn't be there, we hope to see you at the next one. But what really stands out to me is the importance of doing these. It's been a couple of years since we've done like an official one. We have the localized one on a regular basis, but honestly, it's a breath of fresh air, and I feel like all the dots are connecting. So for those of you that are maybe thinking, why is it that now we're starting to see so much more success come through? The reason is, it's very simple. Discipline, hard work, persistence, and now it's starting to pay off. Their mentality and energy is changing. But the good thing about this is it's not a fluke. What I like about this, I know you agree, Abhi, and the same for Abdu as well, is that it's not a fluke. It's not like a one-hit wonder. So the people that are getting to the next levels, they're getting there deliberately. It's not like one trade and they're there, because anyone can do that. It's deliberate action, which is important to us because we know that trader will actually go on to sustain it. So when we talk about things like a golden number, what is the number that you need to be self-sufficient, and what is the number that you need to basically double that number to quit your job? That becomes a very real thing. Like some of you have spoken about, what, 120K. Do you know how close 120K is for you to trade? That is nothing, it's a drop in the ocean. So it's so close for so many of you to be one or two doubles, and you can generally hand in that notice if it's really something that you don't want to work and it makes you miserable, then you are your own boss. You got 6 months of savings, good, quit your job, make it happen. Like, it's so close, we can just grab it, and I think that's something really exciting to move towards. From now to the end of the year, I wouldn't be surprised if we've at least got another 50 to 70 people that are at least have the choice. Because some people might say, look, I love my job and I want it as extra income, fine. As long as that doesn't influence your returns, keep the extra income. But if you're someone who genuinely wants to get out of the rat race, you want the freedom for yourself, then I would at least want another 50 to 70 people to have the choice to say, going into 2023, I can if I want. And that's a very powerful position to be in. So very, very excited. So thank you all for coming. Spend the rest of the day for however long we got just networking, and honestly, I really do appreciate it. But onwards and upwards. Big round of applause to you all.
Always very practical with things. You have to be practical. A lot of people just sit down and think, yeah, I am an amazing trader. and then just get on with it and think one day it's going to click. It'll never click like that. Impossible. You'll sit there for 10 years doing the same thing, still convincing yourself. It's not the way it's going to work. The only way it's going to work is thorough and critical assessment every single week. Look back on yourself. Then every month, look back on your 4 trading weeks, assess them, build targets for yourself and plan of action for the next month or the next week. Have targets in mind for the next day, psychological targets, right? So when that situation comes up again, you say, because I say to myself, why I'm not bothered about missing this trade, if there's that small little intricacy that's not been met, because I know that when I rushed into those trades, how much I lost. I lost so many trades as a side effect of thinking, oh, I'll just let it off this time. I blew accounts. I lost 8 accounts, 9 accounts because of the stupid mistakes. So I was like, do you know what? I don't care if I miss this trade, because every time I've got to get into a trade, out of the fear of missing it, it's been a loss anyway. So in fact, why are we scared of missing a trade? Because we feel like it's going to slow our potential down if we miss it. But actually, exactly, you feel like you've widened the gap, right? But you widen it more by getting into that trade. That's what you've got to rewire now.
So with Rewired as a whole, what would you say is your standout module? Is there anything that you connected more? Was it self-image? What was the biggest thing for you?
I mean, there's so many things because it's just it's hit me on so many levels. I would say that probably the main thing has been the module 1, where you just talked to us about focusing on the why.
Yes, that's huge.
I mentioned this in the goal setting workshop, and it's basically I came to UK a few years ago because my big vision is to open my music label and everything. What I mentioned in the workshop is that I knew my why. I knew why I wanted to do it. I just didn't know how I was going to do it.
Right, I see. Yeah, that's crazy.
So I started as a babysitter and then got a job, and then eventually I learned about Forex trading. And then eventually the house just figured out itself.
You see how you was doing it without even realizing it. Exactly, so I guess that reaffirmed to you that you're thinking in the right way. And you start to realize that the how always figures itself out if the why is truly connected.
Exactly, yeah. Because when I found out about Forex, I wasn't even with Falcon at the time, but when I found out that there was this opportunity that was presented in front of me, I actually opened my eyes and I was like, this is it. This is how I get my freedom.
Yeah.
And then, because after I'll be successful in Forex, I already know what I want to do later. I already know that I want to focus on my music business, so that will be the next thing.
Yeah, because you figured it out. That's
exactly
the thing. You've actually figured it out.
Exactly.
And you see the difference. Most traders, it's never strategy. Of course, there's other strategies that are. There's probably some strategies that are garbage, right? However, if you have a proven system that works very well, it's always the individual. And most people don't want to take ownership. And the other side of it is that if you don't have your why and you don't have your goals figured out, it will never happen for you, which is why we teach all of that. And that's the mentality of a winner. Yeah. You have to be connected. You have to be able to understand that, yes, you may not have it right now, but I'm doing all of the steps. I visually see myself there. I'm connected to that. It actually feels like I'm already there. Yeah. And then the rest of it is just do the work every day, be patient enough, and you'll collect it. Yeah. It's as simple as that. Yeah. It's not a magical formula. It's just a formula that requires patience, and it's the very thing that no one has.
Give us a cheer again.
Hello, mate. You're not going to be able to compete with that smile. What's going on, guys? Joined with me is Mr. Boss in the lovely green Lacoste. He's standing out. How's the day been for you so far?
It's been really, really great, man. I mean, it's been awesome to meet all the people again. It's the first official meetup after the COVID pandemic, and it's really great to finally meet community members we've been speaking to for so long. Finally see everybody in the flesh. It's so refreshing, and it's always great to be here and use this as a catalyst for momentum to really push through and reach those goals that we have within our trading journey. So it's awesome.
100%. Any words for Abdu, because he's not here right now?
They have really good espresso martinis here. I mean, you're missing out, so hey, catch you next time, man. You gotta be here.
No, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Right, guys, so we are at the end of the day. We're still going here. A lot of these guys and girls will be staying in London overnight. They've come in from different parts of Europe, so honestly, it has been an absolute phenomenal day. And to hear the conversations, I'm sure you've experienced some fly-in-the-wall conversations that you heard today, and seriously, to see the impact that is happening, it's a different feeling in person, because we know there's impact, we know people are leveling up, we know people are changing their life, but when you experience it in person for these people, honestly, it's the best feeling in the world. This project is 5+ years in the making, and we're just getting started of the type of traders, the type of mentality that is being built here. So I thank you to everyone that is in the community, everyone that's shown love and support, followed our journey along the way. Seriously, the growth that is incoming is going to be very hard for people to even comprehend. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.